Do you know this? network, 5G network.
Ọ̀dọ́ ló kàn. Àwọn ló kàn. Ẹgbẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù ló kàn. Ọ̀dọ́ ló kàn. Àwọn fara ni wá lára ló kàn. Àwọn ló kàn. Àwọn ló kàn.
Sowore ló lè ṣe.
You must take it back, whether they like it or not. You must take it back. The most disobedient I'm blowing you everywhere. Yes, so the most disobedient Nigerian youth. I'm here.
You are here.
Live in the flesh.
I don't want to our Twitter space, yo. Open, I don't want to Twitter stand today.
I don't want this space.
Bro!
Originality is in Lagos. So right here, live and direct.
About fun. Where are they doing now? Blackson, I did.
You don't do am.
Yeah, Blackson, we're here. It's a call time.
Yeah.
A colloquium.
Our local. Thank you. Our local. This is turn round.
Now your tripod is that. Consider for press or African babu.
My governor.
Hey, bro, let's talk about everything. Victoria Santa.
I like the rice.
Thank you, man.
now, where did they go?
In the struggle for Africa, there is victory for us. Thank you very much.
Once again, can we put our hands together for Barrister Champion? That was a very interesting presentation. The struggle must continue, and that's why we say Aduta Continua Victoria Asata. One thing that is very, very sure from our presentation is this. Adewale Adebayo to broach this subject matter. Thank you very much. A round of applause, please. Great Nigerian people. Great Nigerian people. Now, let me say something that might not sound radical. Gani did not choose to be a radical. He didn't grow up saying that when I grow up, I'll be fighting injustice, I'll be doing this and that. Fawehinmi was trying to grow up like any other young man. Gani was my cousin, and he will not be the first Fawehinmi, for example, to fight injustice. There's another time when we are dealing with Fawehinmi biography. My own great-grandmother was the first child of Fawehinmi. So the struggle has been in the family for a long time. But what we need to understand is that when the society is bringing you up, the society will dictate who you want to be. If there is, in every society, there is injustice. And people in that country have to make a choice whether they will accept the injustice or they will challenge it. Even the most beautiful country, the most peaceful country, has cases of injustice in them. But how they make progress depends on where majority of their people side with. Do they side with accepting injustice? And the injustice that Fawehinmi started fighting against were not the big injustices. They start from small injustices that other people will say, well, it's a small event, just overlook it. So before other people saw that there was a man somewhere who would fight injustice, and they started bringing more and more cases of injustice to him, and he started dealing with them till the fight against injustice consumed his personal life, professional life, family life, and everything. And there is a belief that Gani was anti-military. No, Gani was not anti-military. Gani would be in favor of any military system that did justice. Gani was not pro-civilian, anti-military. No. Gani would fight injustice anywhere he found injustice. And Gani did not believe that injustice could only be committed by the government. He believed that any human being has a choice to make between fighting for justice and fighting against injustice. Now, the topic I have to discuss is how our understanding of Ghana's mission and our understanding of the fight against injustice manifests in this civilian era we found ourselves. Because for many who were there with Gani and many who studied the subject, what you will find is Fawehinmi in a prison uniform, Fawehinmi in a black Maria, Fawehinmi fighting military administrators who shaved the head of the journalist who reported the truth. Fawehinmi in Geshua, sent there by Babangida and all the rest of it. But in reality, as Comrade said, if Gani was alive today, he's alive in spirit, but he was alive in person, they will be more appalled by what the civilians are doing. But there is a change. The change is that in Gani's time, being able to gather here for 3 hours without tear gas will be regarded as an achievement. In Gani's time, everybody here who would come will have said bye-bye to his family and he will not see me again. So to be here will have stumbled on the street and jumped the fence, and any minute from now will be running away anytime they came to grab anybody. But since 1999, that has not been the case. You can gather anywhere you want. But have we made progress? It shows that the problem facing us, our problem was not just the military at that time. Because the military is no more, and we can gather as we like. In those days, they would post a military administrator or governor to any state. And from that day, they will start fighting. But today now, we use our hands to elect our own leaders. And there was nothing that they would complain about. In this state, they elected somebody who Gani thought had criminal background. And Gani was fighting. But the people for whom Gani saw tomorrow and was fighting for thought that Gani was fighting against somebody they elected. 23 years after, the person is still oppressing them and people are writing things on social media. We need to understand that radicalism is not a form of sport. Radicalism is not a sport. It's not notoriety. It's not like people try to make a name for themselves. Most radicals wanted to live a normal life, but they are confronted by the challenges of the day. They are forced to come here. So, everything that is said, he went to prison for, we have them for free now. We can today select our leader if we want to. But so who is oppressing Fawehinmi? He's late. He cannot be oppressed personally. But many people are oppressing his image. We are oppressing his record. We are using his name to do things he will not do. We are gathering in his name and bringing people who Gani could not stand.
Say it louder.
To be in the podium and use the image of Fawehinmi for personal advantage.
Say it louder. Relax.
So what we need to understand, and like my sister said earlier, there was colonialism, there is neo-colonialism, there are problems over the world. The dialectics haven't changed. The more we develop here, the more we develop in Africa, the less it is available for Western neocolonialists to stay. That's the dialectic, we can't change it. And you will see it in trade policies. Even among the developed countries of the world, when one person gains, when China gains, America complains. And when America gains, China complains. It's in nature. When Europeans are gaining, the British will say the trade system doesn't favor us. Let us get out of the EU. So there's always competition. So even when we elect a good government, the struggle to see that the dialectics does not leave our people unprotected. Continue. But the white man rule is not the reason why we cannot kill mosquitoes. The white man rule is not the reason why ASU is on strike. The white man colonialism is not the reason why ASU is on strike. The reason is that the struggle is not understood and internalized by us. We have a hero mentality that we can be irresponsible in our choices. We can be irresponsible in not knowing what is going on in our country. We can be youthful and be on the internet and be writing rubbish. There's going to be Fawehinmi who will come back, either in form of Sowore or Novo or Akinola or anybody who will come and save us from ourselves. It does not happen. When Gani was alive and doing his activism, I would never be found on the high table like this or any table. I would be in the crowd there. And when Gani was a youth, there were people like Odebeye and who would be on the high table. Kami, Shola Oshobu would be on the high table. And all of these leaders, stubborn as they were, the system survived all of them. So we can sing solidarity song for the next 20 years. If we don't change our minds and change our decisions, we will be here and we will be doing Adewale Memorial Lecture and be singing the same song. So one has to understand that we cannot be praying for solutions that are in our pocket. The Bible says that it is foolhardy to go to Sokoto for what is inside your Sokoto. Now, in 23 years, what happened to us? At the beginning, there was Puritanism. They believed that if you join politics in 1999, you are part of those giving legitimacy to military transition, and that you should not do it. So many good people who could have come did not come. So we ended up with Obasanjo and Ekweme and all that. And then below them, all sorts of characters who make money under the military anyhow, or from crime or whatever. But they will all occupy the place. But when Gani came back, what I'm doing now, running for office, before Onofo ran, before Sowore grew up to the end of running, Gani ran for office. And I don't think that we didn't know who Gani was. But we confidently forgot. And Gani did not win the election. So before you worry about what the military did to Gani, ask yourself, what did we do to Gani ourselves? Because he was available. So that will account for what happened to us up to 2007. Now, we could say they were rigging the election, they would do whatever. So we are now back to where we are today. There are 5 things I will tell you about where we are today. Where we are today is that there is a crisis of moral equivalence. Our people believe that all political parties are the same, and all politicians are the same, and you can follow anyone you like, especially anyone that makes money available for you. But it's not the same. That is a mistake. There is a division between those who want the country to progress and those who just want to make career out of politics. Those who are envious of APC, that if APC, because it was the envy of PDP that brought APC. They thought, if these people who are very stupid like this can make a lot of money, we too can organize our own and make more. Yes. And you can take 1 or 2 comrades, because the economy is very bad, the comrades will follow you and confuse the public, and you win. That's what happened. Now, that happened. Now APC has stolen more than PDP. And PDP people want to come back and retaliate by stealing more.
Don't be lying.
And because 2, 3, 4 set of chiefs cannot run the same bank, some of them have branched out to start coming to our own progressive political parties to take over as well. So, what we must understand is that this is not a case of oppressor versus oppressed. This is a case of comrades lacking discipline now. It's not a case of people being forced at gunpoint. It's a case of people losing their sense of moral direction. Therefore, in a democracy, whether it's perfect or otherwise, if the oppressive class or any people make the mistake of saying, make a choice, you have a chance. And the number of poor people is more than the number of rich people. The number of people who are out of jobs is more than the number of people who are having employment. So, how can the majority be gathering in different halls all over the country and lamenting when they can mass together and take over the government? I'm not saying you are going to have a perfect government. You are going to have a government that can at least start on the journey towards development. The second point is that we think that people who have a long record of being dishonest with public money, who have a long record of oppressing the workers, who have a long record of collaborating with foreign agents, who have a long record of hiding money abroad, who have a record of not paying salaries or not developing their people, not implementing Chapter 2 of the Constitution of fundamental objectives and directing principles of state policy, that during election time they can hire PR company and recruit some of our colleagues and now start using our language, and that will mean that they are now a changed people without acknowledging their errors of the past, without confessing, and without restitution. That is a big mistake. Three, we are making the mistake of exaggerating the role of money in politics. Money is not as relevant in politics as we think. Because money is meant to influence people. And if people don't need money to mobilize, the usefulness of money in politics will be limited. There's an ideological gap that is happening to us, in that we assume that any of us cannot become president. The person has to come first be a chief before he will not repent and come and help us. Fourth, and it brings me to what I call inferiority complex on the left side of the house. That inferiority complex makes us think that if you are a youth, you cannot rule. Whereas all our heroes, Sankara, Gani, Mandela, all of them were youth when they started. And that inferiority complex makes us to be afraid of radical ideas. They will tell you that Sowore is too tough, his language is too this. If you are not tough, how are you going to make a change? If you are I don't know, but I can tell you that went to the temple and used his hand and leg to kick the money changers. I don't know of anybody in my own knowledge gentler than Jesus. Jesus was always preaching peace. He was extremely gentle and saying, bless and peacemaker. But when he found the money changer, radical politics is the only form of politics. Every one of them will either be chief or explainer or defender of the king. You can take somebody who in this room. All of us in this room can escort a tribal. It will become a writer, as a minister, as anything does not mean by control of the state. So what we need to do is to make sure that one of us on this side of the house goes directly the head responsible for being the president of Nigeria. Now, the last point I will make is that yes, so that is what Gani was fighting for. Therefore, go and study chapter 2 of our constitution. There's no time to tell you the history of how we got chapter 2 of the constitution. We got it because when they were doing the Constitutional Assembly in 1977, the military brought a few people, Bala Usman, Sheikh Moshaba, a few other radicals. And those radicals said, the only way we can ensure that a civilian government will not be useless was social investment, liberty, how to distribute the wealth of the country, and everything, how to fight capitalism. But the military met and said it shall not be justiciable. It is to make the person who believes in it to go inside the government and give us a government for the people. Now, I have a minute to tell you what has been happening in the country. In this 1 minute, I will tell you what has happened in the country. 80% of the crude oil being made, produced in Nigeria is stolen, and the money is shared by people in government. Since 19, God knows what.